Good morning.
Good morning, and welcome to the second part of this meeting for the Mayor's Office of Housing.
Good morning again, Commissioners. Again, this meeting is being recorded and broadcast live. Before we get started, I've asked Colleen Daly, the PFC Secretary, to take a roll call of the meeting participants. Colleen, if you would please conduct the roll call.
Thank you, TT. Participants, please unmute your device and confirm your presence when I call your name. Beginning roll call with the Commission. Catherine Craven, Chair.
Present.
Larry Mamoli, Commissioner.
Present.
TT Lee, Legal Advisor.
Present.
Catherine Pendleton, Article Clerk.
Present.
Next, with the Mayor's Office of Housing, Sheila Dillon, Chief and Director.
Present.
James Smith, Senior Environmental Compliance Manager, Real Estate and Management Sales Division.
Present.
Julio Pillier, Development Officer, NHD.
Present.
Teresa Strakilla, Program Manager, Director's Office Division.
Present.
Nerylise Janus, Project Manager, REMS.
Present.
Chris Rooney, Development Officer, NHD.
Present.
I'll read for the record the remainder of the individuals who are in attendance but will not be presenting in today's meeting. Attendees do not need to unmute your device. James McDonough, Senior Staff Attorney. Shani Fletcher, Assistant Director. John Feuerbach, Senior Development Officer. Jessica Boatwright, Deputy Director. And this concludes roll call. Thank you.
Thank you, Colleen. This morning we have Sheila Dillon, Chief and Director of the Mayor's Office of Housing. MOH has 5 votes on the agenda for today. Vote number 1 is being presented by James Smith, Senior Environmental Compliance Manager with the Real Estate Management and Sales Division of MOH. This is a request to accept and expend a grant from the United States Environmental Protection Agency to aid with the environmental cleanup of the Parker and Terrace sites. The grant amount is $650,000 and the duration of services will be through September 30th, 2025. James, if you please present vote number 1.
Thank you, TT. Good morning, Commissioners. Yes, I'm here to request PFC approval for to accept and expend Environmental Protection Agency Brownfields Cleanup Grant in the amount of $650,000 for the site identified in the vote package in the Mission Hill neighborhood of Boston. The vote package includes a comprehensive memo about the project and this vote request. The subject site is the Parker and Terrace site, which consists of 11 vacant parcels with a long history of mixed residential, commercial, and industrial use. This grant will help to ensure a successful redevelopment process. An RFP for mixed-use development is currently available, and MOH will work closely with the selected developer to finalize a comprehensive cleanup plan for the site utilizing this grant funding. In summary, if PFC approves this vote request, it will result in the following public benefits. Grant will allow MOH to remediate a long vacant parcel in accordance with Massachusetts environmental regulations, and it will prepare the parcel for a successful redevelopment. I'm here to answer any questions you may have, and thank you.
Any questions, Commissioner Romali?
It's always great to accept money. Motion to approve.
Seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Vote number 1 is hereby approved. Vote number 2 is being presented by Julio Pillier, Development Officer with the Neighborhood Housing Development Division of MOH. This is a request for amendment to the vote of October 20th, 2021 to extend the tentative designation intent to sell period from 48 to 54 months to Ray's Larkin Development LLC and name change to E+ Highland LLC. This vote concerns 7 vacant land parcels located on Highland Street in Roxbury. Julio, if you would please present vote number 2.
Thank you, TT. Good morning, Commissioners. I'm here requesting PFC approval for a 6-month extension to the tentative developer designation of E+ Highland LLC for the parcels identified in vote package number 2 in the Roxbury neighborhood. The vote package does include a comprehensive memo about the project and the PFC vote request. So the reason for the extension is that since the last time this project was presented to PFC, the developer has actually use the interim period to significantly advance their designs and also to refine the project financing in an effort to finalize and secure the budget for a commitment from MOH. The project also received an award from DHCD in the spring of this year. And also the developer has completed survey work on the site, which actually revealed an issue with the plot plans, and that's one of the reasons why there's been a delay to closing this one out. So MOH and the development team are currently working to resolve the discrepancies in the site plans prior to coming back to PFC for a conveyance vote request. And then initial assessments of the development team do not anticipate a change to the overall square footage of the parcels. So we do believe this is something that can be rectified without changing the overall nature of the parcels or the project. Accomplishments since the last tentative developer designation extension request, the development team, like I mentioned, completed the survey and environmental geotech testing on the sites. They also received Article 80 and zoning board of approvals. And then there's also been some changes to the project in response to the market conditions that we've seen due to COVID-19, which resulted in deeper affordability levels within the project. Things to be accomplished prior to coming back to the PFC for a conveyance vote request. We have to finalize the budget and receive and provide a MOH funding commitment, resolve the discrepancies on the site plans that I previously mentioned, finalize the design and construction documents, and then receive all permits and sign-offs. If PFC approved this vote request, it will result in the following benefits. It will create 23 new units of housing, in addition to artist workspace that can be rented to residents and neighbors on the first floor of the project. It also includes 22 parking spaces, and the project will revitalize 7 vacant city-owned parcels. I have included slides for PFC. So the first slide is just a site map of the parcels. The second slide is an aerial view of the parcels as well. The third highlights the existing conditions at the sites. And then the fourth slide is the proposed site plans and renderings for the designs. And then finally, the fifth slide is the last slide was just include site plans and elevations. Looks like we had a bit of a hiccup there. I am here to answer any questions that you may have, and I thank you for your time.
Great, thank you. Any questions?
No questions. Motion to approve.
Seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, the ayes have it, thank you.
Thank you.
Vote number 2 is hereby approved. Vote number 3 is being presented by Teresa Stratilla, Program Manager with the Director's Office Division of MOH. This is a request for conveyance to United Neighbors of Lower Roxbury Incorporated for vacant land located at an unnumbered parcel in Melnea Cass Boulevard and an unnumbered parcel in Windsor Street, Roxbury. The purchase price is recommended at $200. Teresa, if you please present vote number 3.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm here requesting PFC approval for the conveyance to United Neighbors of Lower Roxbury, Inc., hereafter referred to as UNLR, for the parcels identified in the vote package in the Roxbury neighborhood of Boston. This matter was last before you in May of 2022, when PFC voted to approve the tentative developer designation of UNLR. To refresh the Commission's memory, MOH conducted a public process that led to that vote and this subsequent request. MOH held a community meeting in October of 2020 to discuss with community members the preservation of these parcels as open space and a community garden. Community support was strong, and MOH moved toward an RFP. The RFP was issued on September 20th, 2021, and advertised in the State Central Register and the Boston Herald. One proposal was received in response to the RFP and was determined to meet the eligibility criteria. A developer presentation was held in February of 2022, and community members expressed support for the improvements proposed by UNLR. PFC approved the designation of the United Neighbors of Lower Roxbury, Inc. on May 19th, 2022, and the designation was advertised in the city record on June 13th and June 20th of 2022. Since designation, UNLR has received an award of $125,000 in development funds from the Grassroots program, completed designs for the project, further engaged the community in the development of said plans, and secured $21,000 in additional funding. The vote package includes a comprehensive memo about the project and PFC vote request. I've also provided handouts related to this vote request, which are displayed on the screen. The first is an aerial map of the parcels. The second is phase 1 of the proposed design for the project, including raised garden beds, in-ground growing spaces, teaching spaces, tool storage, and new fencing and pathways. The third slide is phase 2 of the proposed design for the project, including a new permeable paved plaza, new street lighting, and new tree plantings. Finally, the fourth is a rendering of the proposed garden design. Thank you. This project has the support of current community gardeners at the site, local business owners, neighbors, Haley House, and Speak for the Trees. In summary, if PFC approves the vote request, it will result in the following public benefits. It will preserve approximately 27,000 square feet of land as protected open space after 2 to 9 years in MOH inventory. It will preserve and expand food production space in a neighborhood with high rates of food insecurity and create community gathering space. I'm here to answer any questions you may have. Thank you.
Thank you, Teresa. Any questions? Commissioner Lemon?
More clarification. I'm assuming since the assessed value is at 1.7 million, the appraised is 160,000, 1/10. That's because it was appraised as a garden, and the city's assessed value was more for when it was actually commercial property at that point. And there are deed restrictions, so in the future on this. So.
Yes, absolutely. That represents the difference between the value, and there will be permanent deed restrictions for open space use on these parcels.
With that, motion to approve?
Seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, the ayes have it, thank you.
Thank you.
Vote number 3 is hereby approved. Vote number 4 is being presented by Nerlise Jenis, Project Manager with the Real Estate Management and Sales Division of MOH. This is a request for conveyance to Jeffrey Sullivan for vacant land located at an unnumbered parcel on Dresser Street in South Boston. The purchase price is recommended at $171,000. Nerlise, if you would please present vote number 4.
Thank you, Titi. Good morning, Commissioners. I am here requesting PFC approval for the conveyance to Jeffrey Sullivan for the parcel identified in the vote package in the South Boston neighborhood of Boston. D&D conducted a public process that resulted in the developer designation in the following conveyance vote request. To refresh the Commissioner's memory, a community notification was mailed in December of 2017, October of 2018, and February of 2022 to inform of D&D's intent to issue an RFP for the parcel. A request for proposal was issued February 28th, 2022, and one proposal was received in response to the RFP on April 4th, 2022, and was determined to meet the eligibility criteria. PFC approved tentative developer designation of Jeffrey Sullivan on June 15th, 2022. The designation was advertised in the city record on September 19th and 26th of 2022. The vote package includes a comprehensive memo about the project and the PFC vote request. I have also provided handouts displaying an aerial picture of the site and a street view of the current conditions of the site. Mr. Sullivan proposed to use this parcel as additional yard space and parking. In summary, if PFC approves this vote request, it will result in the following public benefits. It'll return a vacant parcel in D&D's inventory for a little over 5 years back to productive use and tax rolls. This sale will also generate $171,000 in initial revenues from the sale. I'm here to answer any questions you may have. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions?
Motion to approve.
Seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Thank you, Narragansett.
Vote number 4 is hereby approved. The final vote for today is being presented by Chris Rooney, Development Officer with the Neighborhood Housing Development Division of MOH. This is a request for conveyance to 270 Talbot JV LLC for land with building thereon located at 270 Talbot Avenue in an unnumbered parcel on Spencer Street in Dorchester. The purchase price is recommended at $200. Chris, if you would please present vote number 5, please.
Thank you, TT. Good morning, Commissioners. I am requesting PFC approval of the conveyance of 270 Talbot JV LLC for the parcels identified in the vote package in the Dorchester neighborhood of Boston. MOH conducted a public process that resulted in this vote request. D&D received consensus approval from an association of community organizations to proceed with a request for proposals for the development of the city-owned parcels on November 2nd of 2017. A request for proposals was issued on January 29th, 2018, and advertised in the State Central Register and Boston Herald. 2 development teams submitted, and both were determined to meet eligibility criteria. The eligible development teams were invited to a community meeting to present their proposals on June 4th of 2018. PFC approved the tentative developer designation of a nominee comprised of principals from Codman Square Neighborhood Development Corporation and T. Lee Development LLC on January 16th, 2019, and PFC also approved an extension of the designation on January 13th of 2021. The designation was advertised in the City Record on February 11th and 18th of 2019. The vote package includes a comprehensive memo about the project and the PFC vote request. I've also provided a handout related to this vote request that is displayed on the screen. The first is a site map. The second is a photo of the 270 Talbot Avenue site as it currently looks. The third is a photo of the Spencer Street site as currently constituted. The fourth is a rendering of the proposed building at 270 Talbot Avenue. And the final is a rendering of the Spencer Street building. In summary, if PFC approves the vote request, it will result in the following public benefits. 37 total units of new affordable housing will be created, including 18 homeownership units and 19 rental units. In the Spencer Street rental phase, 5 of the units will be affordable to households with incomes up to 30% of the area median income. 1 unit will be affordable to households with incomes up to 50% AMI, and 13 units will be affordable to households with incomes up to 60% AMI. The Spencer Street phase rental units will be deed restricted to remain affordable in perpetuity. In the 270 Talbot Avenue homeownership phase, 6 of the units will be affordable to households with incomes up to 80% of the area median income. 6 of the units will be affordable to households with incomes up to 90% AMI, and 6 units will be affordable to households with incomes up to 100% AMI. The 270 Talbot Avenue phase homeownership units will be deed restricted to remain affordable for 30 years. Approximately 2,500 square feet of ground floor commercial space will be in the 270 Talbot Avenue building. And the project will revitalize 2 parcels of unutilized land in the neighborhood that have been in the city's inventory for 26 and 27 years, respectively. The sale of these parcels can be expected to yield both short and long-term financial benefits to the city. By removing these parcels from MOH's inventory, the city will avoid future costs and liabilities associated with maintaining the property. In addition, by returning these properties to the tax rolls, the city will recoup annual property tax revenue. I can answer any questions you may have. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Any questions, Commissioner Mamoli?
No questions. Great project. Motion to approve.
Seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. The ayes have it.
Thank you very much.
Vote number 5 is hereby approved. This concludes the agenda for MOH for today's meeting. Is there a motion to adjourn this meeting?
Motion to adjourn.
Seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry about my audio.
Sounds fine.
Take care, everybody.
Take care.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
day.
Everybody.
Bye.